Tonight we're going to do a deck that I've been talking about all during the preseason. And I don't think that this is exactly the right build of this deck. I really don't. I've been playing around with this all day, and I can already tell you I don't really love Cemetery Tampering. It started off as a 4 of, as a 3 of, now it's a 2 of. And I'd really like to try a couple of other things in this deck, but I'm going to rock with this build for now, which is slightly different than sort of how I started things. But I'm thinking about adding like Diregraph Rebirth, and like this is all just one copy, by the way, just with silver bullet copies of Diregraph Rebirth, the reanimation spell in Golgari that you can flash back. Goldcaller's Harvest, which is also flashbackable, and it gives you a 2/2 zombie with decay for each, like half, equal to half the number of creatures in your graveyard. Rounded some way. And you can flash that back too. And I'm thinking about playing Death Bloom, what's its face, Steve? so technical. The 5-drop in this new set that can tap for a number of mana equal to, there it is, Death Bloom Ritualist. My head is in the way. Let's go over here, Dev. Death Bloom Ritualist, which can tap for an amount of mana equal to the number of creatures in your yard. I'm thinking about adding one copy of this card as well. There's Goldcaller's Harvest. Note that I'm not playing Old Rutstein, which I was originally playing one copy of. I think it's an interesting little combo. Not combo, but like it's probably decent on curve with Skyfisher Spider, which we'll talk about in a second. But yeah, there's some other Golgari stuff you could be doing in this deck. There's Diregraph Rebirth. I think one copy of this is probably fine. As a matter of fact, bring it down to one Cemetery Tampering. I haven't been super happy with tampering in this deck so far. I'm really thinking about taking it out and adding an Overwhelming Remorse, but I think we'll rock with this for now. So I want at least one tampering. It's a fun card. Cemetery Tampering's been really good for us on stream before. The last time we played this deck, tampering was great, but I just haven't been super impressed today. So we'll try this. There were a couple of things in the new set, more than a couple, that I was excited about playing this deck. And we get to play all of them. We get to play Gnawing Vermin, which is just perfect for this deck. Just a 1-drop that immediately puts 2 cards in our yard on turn 1 and has the less desirable Shambling Gas dies trigger, but still, that can be really important. You can take out 2 drops and blocks really well. We also got Blanchwood Prowler. Again, not super excited about the addition of this card, but it does give us drops. We need those. Well, I'm only playing 3 copies of this. I feel like I need... Oh, yeah, because I had to decide whether or not I wanted Undead Butler or Blanchwood Prowler, and I decided I wanted both of them, but they can't be 4-ofs. Just take out this, just take out this tampering. Just take out the tampering. Just take out the tampering. Just take it out. I'm going to put a Prowler in, baby. I'm going to see how that works. I like that. I've never changed the deck on the fly. Like the same night of the stream, I have to put my big old head back over here. Sorry. But doing it tonight, man. First night of the season is a little different. Again, I just haven't been that impressed by tampering. I think it could be really good. But this deck wants to put cards in its yard really fast, and it does want to hit its land drops. So I think that Prowler is not an exciting card, but a really good new addition for the deck. I want to try this. I'm playing 1 copy of Fauna Shaman, but I have played it twice today already. I played like 6 games today. And I've had this card on the table twice. Really sweet little thing. This technically allows us to play a toolbox strategy in terms of what creatures we're playing, but most often it's just going to go search for a Skyfisher Spider. It's like all it's searched for all day is Skyfisher Spider, which is the other new card in the deck. This is not Binding the Old Gods, but it's like really close. And in this particular deck, it's better than Binding because like it has the potential to put 2 creatures in our yard, and it's a creature itself. One thing this deck really wants is to play removal spells. The other thing the deck really wants is to play like 30 different creatures, because you're milling yourself, and the whole deck depends on putting creatures into the graveyard, right? So Skyfisher is a removal spell that is also a creature. It counts as a creature in your graveyard. It puts a creature in your graveyard when it enters the battlefield, and it gets rid of the most important thing on the other side of the table. That's amazing for this deck. It also has reach for what that's worth. And when it does go into our graveyard, we can either exile it and gain a bunch of life, usually like 6 to 8 life, right? Depending on where we are in the game. Or we can just let it sit in our graveyard and make our Stickfingers bigger or our Lhurgoyf bigger or whatever. So this is like the, I think, most key new addition to the deck, and it's the one that made me want to try it out the most. But you know, the deck got Gnawing Vermin, Blanchwood Prowler, this amazing new removal spell, Overwhelming Remorse. This is very often going to cost 1 mana to cast, like starting on turn 3 or 4. And even on turn like 2 or 3, if it costs 2 mana to cast or 3 mana to cast, that can often be like kind of okay at instant speed. So it's also exile, which is super important. So Dreadhound is in there as a one of. This can either be reanimated by Diregraph Rebirth if we mill it into our yard, or we can go get it with a Fauna Shaman, which I also kind of like. And that's basically the deck. I mean, not much has changed. You try to just make Lhurgoyf and Stickfingers as big as possible. And now we have, more playable removal than we've ever had because we have Overwhelming Remorse and Skyfisher Spider. We can break stalemates with Dreadhound, and we will often get into stalemates. What this deck needs is some form of trample because neither Lhurgoyf nor Stickfingers actually has that, and that kind of sucks. So there are problems with this deck, still glaring problems. But all that said, I'm going to try this thing out tonight on the first night of the season, see what everybody's out there doing, what kind of janky stuff we're on, and see if we can pick up a couple of wins, because this is a deck that I was really excited to play. All right, so what's going on here? Well, we go first, and it looks fine. I'd say this is probably fine. Let's go. Got to take a couple of points of pain in the early game, but, something, no gain. I hear. Yeah, let's play some Magic. Death Bonnet Sprout, turn 1. Speaking of mushrooms, we're just talking about mushrooms. That is not a creature, it's Teachings of the Cure. And we get another Death Bonnet Sprout. I can Lhurgoyf right now, but I don't love that idea. I think I'll just Sprout, take another point of pain. Swing for 1. Opponent appears to be playing Anvil, and I say that confidently because I've played against 3 of them today. Here comes Kumano, though, so maybe not. Go to 17. We put a Stickfingers and a Diregraph Rebirth in our yard. Our draw is an Undead Butler. Let's play a lot of War Wastes. Swing dose. Bing bong, Undead Butler. Let's take that mill, baby. Alright, Skyfisher Spider, Gnawing Vermin, and Teachings go in the yard. That's enough creatures to flip these boys next turn. Rabbit Battery. You gotta worry about this Kumano when it does flip, because it exiles our guys. They say good game and scoop. Come on, bud! Come on! We were going to hopefully draw a land and then Skyfisher away this Kumano. Sacking the Undead Butler to do so, and getting back probably another Skyfisher, which is just the sexiest play I've ever heard of. Right. Opponent goes this time. We get 2 Teachings. The opening hand. We're not doing much till turn 2, which we don't love, especially on the draw. Also don't love having Rebirth and Dreadhound in our opening hands, but I'm going to try this for science. Maybe we'll draw 1. Opponent leads on Plains. We draw Lhurgoyf. Let's Deathcap Glade. Let's take a couple of caps, bro. A lot of mushroom stuff tonight, I've noticed. Green-white for D's over there. D's? Maybe. This is the thing Magic players say. It's pretty decent, man. I do like their kitty cat. They've been playing Arena for a while if they have this thing. A Weaver of Harmony. Oh, boy. Oh, goodness. Alright, so let's just Teachings. Get our 1/1. We mill a Shaman and 2 of those Blanchwood Prowlers into the yard. All creatures. Lhurgoyf looks okay next turn, I guess. A 2 mana 3/4, Spider might be key this game. We'll see about it. Also like Spider alongside Teachings. This Teaching gives us 2 1/1s. Alright, here comes Generous Visitor into Michiko's Reign. Woof. Yikes. It's good magic. Real good magic. Alright, so they make their Weaver a 4/4. Let's take the block. Well, We'll take a shot in the mouth. Hey, there's an Overwhelming Remorse. Already cost just 2 mana. Let's make it cost 1. How about that? I like that idea. Now if we Lhurgoyf, okay, it's 3/4. It's not bad. Can't mill any when it comes into play. That kind of sucks. It's teachings again. Yep. So we get Gnawing Vermin, Death Bonnet Sprout in the yard, along with, was that a, yeah, another teachings. So Remorse just cost the 1 mana this turn. That's pretty sexy, dude. Well, we say go, and I guess we wait to see what they Mtg's. Really want to kill the Visitor, but it might be just as important to kill the Weaver. Especially if they have, you know, Circle of Confinement, Banishing Light, some garbage. Banishing Light, and Borrowed Time, something like that. Alright, where's it going? Come on, buddy. Come on, big boy. Come on, hot stuff. Come on, D's. Put it somewhere. Make your choice. Go ahead. Make your choice. I'm a very busy woman and I haven't got all day. It won't cost you much. Just your voice. I'm doing a Little Mermaid. Where's the... Come on, bud. Thank you. Are you doing it? What is this? Opponent is actually just watching the stream and they know that we're holding up this Overwhelming Remorse. Alright, so do you have the safekeeping or not? Do you have the safekeeping or not? They do not. Okay. Jeez! They went almost to the end of a road making that. Maybe it was a really, really difficult decision. Magic is hard. Magic is hard. Alright, so here comes Commune with Spirits. See what they do with this. I feel like we're going to deaden this turn, which is very cool. They get a Spirited Companion, though. See if they draw into, I guess, land drop. Nope. Okay, but we get land drop, which is great. That is great. Tony the Tiger. I'm going to take an attack here. They don't even consider it, you know? Yeah, I'm going to Spider. Sacrifice a tap token, take out the Mtg's. Probably right. What all's in our yard over here? We got a Death Bonnet, Gnawing Vermin, 2 Blanchwoods, and a Fauna Shaman. Fauna Shaman, are you worth reanimating? Probably not. Here comes Jukai Naturalist and Mtg's. Wow. Okay. I have to deal with the standard ridiculous hand from this deck. 6/6 Companion comes in. Interesting, actually. Just block with the Kieran. Death Cap is our draw. We get another Kieran. Just throw down Death Cap. I was really considering blocking with Skyfisher so we could just get it again this turn. I probably should have just done that. But now, I think the play is just to kick this once. Because that's all we really can. I put a bunch of creatures in our yard. It's like, yeah, 2 Gnawing Vermin and a Swamp. 7/8 Lhurgoyf is going to be bigger than that Mtg's, but maybe they have removal for it. There's no attacks. I'm a little worried about lifelink and all. That makes it a 7/7, I believe. It sure does. Lhurgoyf is just big enough right now. We'll see how long that lasts. They did not double that up, by the way. I think they could have, yeah. Interesting. Borrowed time. Yeah, I thought they might have a removal spell. We called it. Yeah, they want the spider too. Yeah, we screwed up by not blocking with the spider. We should have done that. Keep the Kieran out in this case. 6, huh? Well, if they have another borrowed time, we lose the game pretty much no matter what we do. So, let's mill some cards with the Dreadhound. We put a Stickfingers in our yard. Michiko's, man. Green-White had really good cards this time. But they tend to, you know. They play almost nothing but really good cards. So here comes their portrait. Do you have another borrowed time? They have a Jukai Naturalist, which play borrowed time again now. The Circle of Confinement takes the Kieran. I guess that's kind of fine for now. Don't love that 8/8 portrait. I really don't. We draw a Lhurgoyf. That's pretty good. Just something I'd rather reanimate. Stickfingers is down there, I guess. Let's kick her. We got a 9/10 Lhurgoyf. We put like one creature in our yard. Yeah, it's Blanchwood Prowler. Well, I mean, we're not out of the game here, but if they get like another Michiko's or borrowed time, like, there's a lot of stuff they could draw. Yeah, jeez! Michiko's Reign of Truth. Third one this game. Third one in 16 cards. That sucks, dude. That really does. 17-17. Wow, it's the last card in their hand, too, is the borrowed time. Jeez. Whew, and they can double it up. I really hate to be this guy, but could our opponent have been any luckier that game? I kind of don't think so. Absolutely no win in that one, so let's try again. Although we really put up a fight, if our opponent hadn't have drawn the exact right cards, I think we would have done all right there. What are we gonna do? No green mana to start the game. We did get Undead Butler, though. Opponent goes. That kind of sucks. I do like this hand. Sure. Really going on either the strength of Butler or drawing a green mana in the 2 cards we get to draw before we have to play a 2-drop. I like this this new, I guess, battlefield. I only wish my enchantment deck drew that well ever. Nice. I feel like every time I play enchantments, it draws like really well. It does have almost nothing. Oh my god, it's enchantments again. They mold to 4, I guess. Why did you do that? Let's Gnawing Vermin. Man, they mold to 4. I wonder if this is just our terrible matchup, you know? I did screw up that game, though. It was a misplay not to block with the spider because I could have, you know, I could have put it in our yard and reanimated it. That would have made a difference, I think. Here comes Jukai Naturalist. Put a counter on the visitor. Oh my god, you swang. Oh, ho, 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 ho. It's a ba-ba-ba. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Let's take out the visitor. Whoops. Whoops! Alright, so we didn't draw green mana. That's poopy. That is very poopy. That's Undead Butler. There's green mana. Diregraph Rebirth, Teachings, and no creature. And Alana War Ways. No creature at all, in fact. Here comes Spirited Companion. Draws card. Land drop. You can still do a lot on this board. I will block with the Butler. bring back the vermin. We do not draw green source. Here comes Takenuma. Gnawing Vermin. Oh yeah, gotta target myself. Skyfisher goes in the yard along with an overwhelming remorse. Here comes Undead Butler. That puts a creature and 2 green sources in the yard. That's the challenge this game. No green source. See what you can do without a green source, huh? Okay, I guess. Arena, thanks. Opponent goes Circle of Confinement. They take our Gnawing Butler, or not our Gnawing Butler, our Gnawing Vermin. Michikos! Remember the opponent mulligan to 4 here. They get a 5/5 Spirited Companion, and they come on in. Exile the Butler again. I want the Spider. Might be a couple turns till we can play it. There's the green source. Thank you, love. Alright, I say we take a fairly aggressive line on this one. Let's Blanchwood Prowler try to put a creature in the yard. Yes, okay. And we got a land, yay, okay. Good stuff. And then, let's end the turn. See what they try to Michikos. Probably the Naturalist, right? Maybe they're smart, the... yeah, I guess they are. Still gonna hit the Naturalist. I do it on their upkeep so they don't get any cost reduction. Fang of Shigeki, okay. Here they come. For another creature. Well, no, it's no blocks. We'll take that shot. We'll go to 14 there. Skyfisher number 2. Nice. Alright. Swamp comes down. Skyfisher. The choice here is whether we blow up their Michikos or their Circle. It's Michikos. Alright, let's hang in there. We got 2 Lhurgoyfs and a Skyfisher Spider. We can reanimate something with the Rebirth eventually. Opponent goes land. It's a Blossoming Sands. Here comes Fang. I'll take a point. We go to 13. Teachings of the Kirin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crash in with the Spider. Put him at 22. It's Teachings. Spider, Teachings, and Forest go into our yard. Lhurgoyf is a 6/7 when we play it. I want a second green source. Jukai Naturalist is the draw, I assume, this turn. We still have a card in their hand. It is Sky Blessed Samurai. What? Okay. Cool. Super awesome. Alright, let's put a counter on the Spider. It does have a reach. That can block the Samurai. We can also just kill it, you know. Yeah. Let's sacrifice that 1/1. Kill the Sammy. It's an interesting card to play in the deck, I gotta say. I'm swinging, man. I'm going for it. Yeah, block it. Block it. Come on. I want you to. I will gain all that life. Thank you. Back up to my starting life total. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bud. Skybless Samurai comes down. Wow, they drew that, by the way. They drew that card. We can Beseiju it away. That's kind of interesting. We still need another green source, though, mind you. I really like that. I really like that. Can we do something fun this turn? Can we do something really neat this turn? It's not worth it. I'm gonna Lhurgoyf. You know, I could just cast. I could use Besage. I think I'd rather put a 9-power creature onto the table. I think that's just better. Honestly, you know, we take like one shot from the samurai. Oh, okay. Whatever. Did you draw a removal spell for this? Like you're drawing off the top of your library, so here they come. I go to 16. All right. Okay. Let's come on in. You read, exile target creature from graveyard when you do blah, blah, blah. Okay. Non-creature puts a counter on a thing. So let's do that. Get the Michiko's Rain. Put a counter on the Kieran. And see what they do. You're not going to take the chump block? If I'd have known that, I would have played the Gnawing Vermin first. Figured they'd just take the chump block, you know? Oh, they're thinking about double blocking the spider. Okay. We have reanimation spell. Yeah, they just take the chump on the Lhurgoyf. Okay, that's proper, I would assume. Alright, they go to 17. We're at 16. Let's just play the Vermin. Target ourselves. Lhurgoyf and a Fauna Shaman. Nice. Very nice. I keep saying I want a second green source, but I'm just gonna keep the Besage up. I think that's correct. Do or die turn here, kinda, for them. Facing a lot of damage. Michiko's! Okay, well, glad I saved the Besage, I guess. You gonna put it on the life linker so you can stay in the game? Yeah. Yeah, you're not dumb. I really don't care, though, if you gain a bunch of life. Last thing I care about. Pass in. Tap both of your guys? Why would you do that? Let's blow up the samurai. I wonder if I should have taken blocks first. Like, suddenly they get a Wandering Emperor? I don't know. It kind of wouldn't matter. I'd still get a block. Up against Death Rogan. People often call me the Seth Rogen of Magic. I wonder if we're actually up against Seth Rogen. And his arena name is Death Rogan. They give us a nice. We'll give him a thanks. That's a 12-13 Lurg. What's gonna do about that opponent? Alright, so maybe we just strike here. Because we're just gonna play another Lhurgoyf, right? I mean, who cares? There's a really aggressive line here where we try to get green source off this Prowler. But I don't know if that's correct, you know. Let's go. Screw it. Let's make a 1/1 by exiling a creature from their yard. That can block. I mean, this other Lhurgoyf can block too, but... Well, I guess that gives us a chance, right? That gives us a chance to try this line. Let's try to get a green source off the Prowler. Yes! Yes, it was nothing but lands, and 2 of them were green sources. Let's go! Oh, man, I love it. Mill some cards. We got 16 cards left in our whole library, so let's hope we can win the game. A couple of 13, 14s probably do it, you know. Yeah, bud, you got a circle in your hand? That'll help, you know. We can just diagraph now. We can easily diagraph. Yeah, they do have a circle. They drew one. It's awesome. Good for you, man. Good for you. I'll give you a nice. They give us the old good game ski. I guess I'll good game them too, sure. Block with a token. I should have blocked with a creature. Like an actual creature. That's day 1 stuff, Dev. Come on, man. Come on, kid. You know better. Swing her in. Let's go. Let's just do the stuff. Bang, 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 bang. Opponent at -9. Good game, Death Rogan. You're a good Magic player. So, we lose one to just the most ridiculous draws ever from Green-White. And then we vindicate ourselves by picking one up against an opponent that mulled the 4. So, Not a tainted victory, but I'll take it. We go first. Let's remember that. I'm just here to play Magic. It's Death Cap played. Sounds correct. If anything, I'll definitely... Ooh, Monster Swift Spear turn 1, let's go! Haven't seen that yet tonight. Let's give him a nice. Yeah, if anything, I'll definitely get bots set up for the next stream. Buttle, I think. Oh, it's Teachings. Teachings and not block on turn 2. Whew, 2 lands and a Stickfingers in our yard. Alright. Oh, they're blue-red. We were talking about this deck. Nice! Nice! The double Swift Spear start. We're dead. We are dead, everybody. Just remember that. Alright, so... Seiju Takenuma. Seiju Takenuma. Let's throw down the Taki. I do like Takis. Butler, Lhurgoyf, Butler, Lhurgoyf, Butler, Lhurgoyf, Butler, Lhurgoyf, Lhurgoyf. Let's kick it one time. I wish we'd have gotten more creatures off that Teachings. There's 3. We got a 4-5. That's good. That's pretty good. I will take a swing. Double Swift Spear opener for blue-red, man. It feels good. Balmore comes down. All right, now we're having fun. Having a good time. Land. I wanted that. They're tapped out, too, so that's sick. That is so sick. Mono Spider. They do not take a double block on this token. I thought they might, but I guess it's not too much of a surprise. Bang, bang. They go to 14. Spider. Stack the token. I'd rather have the Hear and Touch Orochi. Balmore, Swift Spear. Balmore, Swift Spear. Balmore. As hard as that is, actually, Swift Spear's so good, man. We take the Balmore in those situations. Third Path Iconoclast. Very nice. Very, very good. And nothing. Okay. Okay. I'll throw the Beseiju down. Stickfingers, huh? Something stuck. Let's push him. Let's just push. Non-creature card. Swamp. Counter on Spider. Yeah, I know I should probably put a counter on the Orochi, but I figure that they are going to cast a spell here. Almost certainly. They didn't, like, Fading Hope our Spider, though, as soon as we tried to put the counter on it. Yeah, their spell is Consider. So, a couple of 2/2 Swift Spears and a 1/1 now. Don't have a whole lot of advantageous double blocks, though. Yeah. They go to 10 on blocks here. Oh, that is sexy, dude. Hold on. That ain't half bad. That is not bad, dude. Yeah, let's just normal Lhurgoyf and then Rebirth, and we can get a Stickfingers back, but it'll be slightly smaller. That's okay, because we can just, you know, Butler next turn. Okay. Let's try this. Because now we just have a bunch of power and toughness. And they can Lightning Strike away the Stickfingers, but, you know, that's about it. Butler should make our creatures, like, bigger next turn. Should. See what Caboose Moose has in store. Still have 5 cards in their hand, 3 open mana. That's a lot for this deck. So they might just be able to take chumps for the rest of the game. That's not what they want to be, though. It is not where they want to be. It's good to actually still really go either way. Yep, we called that. There's a lightning strike on the Stickfingers. We'll grow our other guys, though. Yep, a couple of 4 or 5 Goyfs. They just cannot attack into. And if they tap mana on their turn, like, it's really bad for them. Because now they can't, like, ambush us on blocks as easily. If they still have a 1-mana card, though, like, they can still make interesting blocks this turn. So. Just keep it in mind. Alright. Sucks we drew a forest. I would have liked something else. Just about anything besides a land, but whatever. Alright. Butler comes down. Just gonna mill, bud. Something sticking. What do you have? Come on, bud. Oh, we did get a creature in the yard. That's good news. A single creature in there. You know, one thing that kind of sucks about this deck is that we no longer have, like, Tangled Florahedron, like other, like, land creatures. Like, creatures that are also lands. That was really good for this deck. Let's crash in. It's like, I feel like... I don't know. We'll see about it. We'll see about it. This is where I'm, like, really nervous swinging into this deck. Yep, consider. They had another one of these. Yikes. Okay, so now they can kill Spider. But I think we kind of want that. Yep, they just block up, chump the Goyfs. Ah, nice. We do get to kill a Swiftspear, though, with the Spider, which I kind of like. So now they're left with just Swiftspear and Iconoclast. I don't think are going to do that, are we? 6? Gain 6 right now? Alright. Now, let's diagraph Rebirth and get the Skyfisher Spider. This is a ridiculous little thing we can do, by the way. Sacrifice the Undead Butler. Let's target the third path Iconoclast with the Skyfisher's ability. And then let's exile the Undead Butler. That's pretty sick. And get the, I guess, the Stickfingers. Put it in our hand. Pretty hot, dude. I like that line. Alright, so Ledger Shredder comes down. Opponent has 2 mana left. See if they play a second spell to grow the Shredder. They attack with Swiftspear. None blocks. Seems like an interesting thing to do. They shore it up. They have cast their second spell, so they draw off Prowess. See what they discard. Land, no grows, but it does untap from the shore up. We take 3, we go to 14. Nice place. Alright. Let's Prowler. We drew that. Benefits us to play these cards first because, you know, they make grow our Goyfs. Come on, bud. They have another 1-mana card in their hand. I assume they have a lot of them in the deck. They rope on a lot of decisions over there, don't they? Wow, lots of lands, or lots of creatures there. Stickfingers and I think a Prowler? Yeah. So let's play the Llanowar Wastes, and then we can... 1, 2, 3? Yeah, we can X equals 3 with the fingers. Gross. Yeah, we played our second spell. Blah, blah. You do things. Maybe we shouldn't have done that yet. But I really wanted to grow my Goyfs, man. Alright, wow, 3 creatures in the yard. So, you better block. I'm coming with the Spider. I mean, you know, what are they gonna grow the Swiftspear with a spell and, you know, double block the Spider, let both Goyfs through? No, they're not gonna do that. They are gonna let a Goyf through, though. Gonna shore up the Shredder. Bang, bang, bang. So our spider dies. Do we gain all this life this time? Yes. We go to 24 because we gained 10 life. And they're at 1. Deck's looking alright. They got 1 card left and a Ledger Shredder. Lightning Strike themselves. I can respect that. Oh man, your salad fingers for the win. Actually, that time I'm glad we got to show off some of the lines this deck can take, dude. That was pretty sick. Like, Skyfisher Spider sacrificing Undead Butler and getting Stickfingers back. It's, it's drizzle, dude. It's so good. Opponent goes this time, and I guess this is maybe okay. We'll see. Start on blue mana. Got nothing, but we got four cards in our 4 actual Magic cards in our hand, and it's really just 2 of the same card. Teachings of the Kieran and Skyfisher Spider. There's a Death Bonnet Sprout. All right, opponent has 2 islands out. Let's go for Teachings here and see if we get no resistance whatsoever. Okay, 2 lands and a Death Bonnet Sprout go in the yard. We get a 1/1. See what Benjamin does. Plays a blue-white source. Okay. That kind of party I see. Let's do a check here. Nope, absolutely no interaction, it would appear. So, It's... Just can't figure it out. Alright, let's Teachings the Kieran again, I guess. 2 lands and a Blanchwood Prowler. Let's Death Bonnet Sprout. Which will probably not grow next turn because we just cannot put creatures in our yard. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 lands in there. 4 lands in our hand, too. Well, you know what I mean. We will get Spider next turn, but it doesn't look like we'll have a permanent to blow up with it. Destroy Evil on a Teachings. The one that was going to put a counter on a thing. Nice. Death Bonnet Sprout turns over by putting a Sprout in the yard. We get a Kieran Touched Orochi, and I smell a Sweeper, even though I don't think our opponent played a land that turn, which is... very good news. Alright. Just swing 6, I guess. Put him at 12. Keep this pressure on. Let's Teachings. We are forcing a Depopulate this turn. We've gone very wide, which I don't necessarily expect this deck to do very much. Unlicensed Hearse is the play for the opponent. It goes Vroom. But 1 mana left. I think they lose, but I'm not sure, obviously. Yeah, they exile a couple of boys from our yard. That makes sense. It's fine. That is very much fine. Swing. Let's exile a non-creature from our yard and just maximize damage. They go to 2 here. What all's in our yard? Not a whole lot that matters, to be honest. I say we just end the turn. Opponent may be dead to Mana Screw. Oh, they got our planes here. Let's go. Depopulate. They're in the game, baby. Okay. Okay. They're in the game. Everything changes when you're in the game. Should have maybe played Skyfisher and taken out the Hearse. That's going to be the misplay of this game. Takenuma. Mill a couple of cards, including a Fingers. Sure. I'll take Benny Fingers. We have to get rid of the Hearse. Oh, why didn't I attack? Oh my god, Devin. I guess I can't attack yet, so it's fine. For a second, I was like, yeah, you could attack with that. You can't. Alright, so let's blow up the Hearse. Should have done that forever ago. 2/2 Fingers. Is it right to play this now? Probably not. What if they just have another sweep? I guess we force another sweep, right? Rather than just playing a creature, Planeswalker. This is probably correct. But it's just a 2/2. There's not really a whole lot of ways to grow it. I'm going to go for this. Opponent's tapped out, we get to resolve it for free, and it's not guaranteed we get to do that for the rest of the game. They do depopulate, we draw a card, I guess. Yep, depopulate. Oh wow, another Skyfisher Spider. That's amazing. Decline that action. Urborg Lhurgoyf. No kicks. It's going to keep forcing sweepers. Opponent still has 6 in the grip, though. Here comes land. Deserted Beach. Sega. The Wandering Emperor is the play. It'll put him at 1. I'm looking to see if there's a way to grow the spider this turn. But I am not seeing that. Well, if it is Emperor, I guess we can play a spider, sack a spider, kill the Emperor. Might be the thing to do. Yeah, here she comes. Magic is easy, so they say.
Let me show you.
Goif. Bang.
I am almost sad to see you go.
Yep, spider for a spider. Blow you up.
Try not to miss me.
Don't really care about the life. Might Stone and Weak Stone? Nice. Alright. They kill the spider. Man, they are really hanging on. For dear life. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Mill 1 card into our yard, Dreadhound. 1. Yes, we did it. Okay, good job. Win from Dreadhound, of all things, but finally we got it. Whew. Alright. Take a little rank up. Why not? We're still in silver. I mean, the season just reset, and I didn't play Magic for like 3 weeks in ranked, so it's not surprising we have a terrible rank.